been so long.
I know.
Like, I saw you like the other day, but like since we've
Well,
recorded.
yeah.
Well, we tried to record the other day.
My guy.
Guys.
It was so bad. Jocelyn came over. I was, hey, okay, so crazy thing. I have a job now. Yay. Yay, employment. We can talk about that. But I had, it was my first day of work. I came home. I was a little tired. I was a little what? Tired.
Girl, what?
I don't know. Tired.
Oh my god. Whoa.
And then you came over and we were going to record it. We set everything up and then the mics just said no.
Work.
Yeah.
Literally could not get them to work.
Could not get them to work.
So we gave up.
Yeah. Funny thing is though, you were like, because there's we have lavalier mics. What? Funny thing is, we have lavalier mics.
I even stayed silent and I just tried to let you get it out.
Okay.
We need to start over.
We have lavalier mics. So one is connected to my phone and I had charged both the mics before you showed up.
Right.
But then you were like, did you charge the thing that plugs into the phone? And I was like, you don't need to do that. And you were like, oh, that's so funny because there is a USB-C plug in here. And yes. I looked at her and I said,
since when?
Oh, anyway, next week you're graduating.
This is true.
You're graduating in exactly a week.
This is true, 1 week from today.
Yeah, you had tech today.
I did have tech today.
How was tech?
Tech was fine. Mm-hmm. We got out early, which was really good.
For those of you that don't know what tech is, it is the absolute worst. That is...
I like tech.
You are psycho for that.
Okay, within reason. I've appreciated tech more since being on the tech side of tech.
Okay.
Because I've now done a couple techs on the tech side, so I can appreciate it more. It does make you go insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. Theater is all fun and games and it's beautiful and wonderful, but the reason that the show is amazing is because of tech.
Correct.
Yeah, tech is really hard. It's full government name is tech rehearsal or technical rehearsal.
Yeah.
Right? But for our non-theater people here, it is one of the last things you do in the process that actually kind of creates the show and it all comes together at the end of tech. So you really just have to get through.
Yeah, and the very standard part of tech is it's a 10 to 10. So 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. 12-hour day. It sucks. That part does suck.
Yeah.
Thankfully, our tech was just scheduled 10 to 6 because It's just an hour-long show. We only actually had 30 minutes of material to tech because the other 30 minutes is filmed material. Love. So you just turn the projector on and call it a day.
Love.
But hey.
How you doing?
I'm great.
Love.
Great.
I love that. I'm also... Wait, what did you say? Did you say chillin' or great?
I don't know.
I really wasn't listening to you. Okay.
I think I said I'm great. I don't think I would say I'm chillin'.
Okay, I would say that.
Yeah.
Living, laughing, and loving. Bro.
Yes.
I gotta active listen more. I just spend so much time with you that I truly don't really listen to you much. And I know you do the same.
It's fair. No, it's so real. No, well, I don't feel the need to active listen with you.
Yeah.
It's yeah, whatever.
No, the other day, oh my God, it was so funny. I went over to Stade and Mel's for wine night. And we were having a grand old time. And I'm I know that I'm about to drink a whole ass bottle of wine. So I'm sleeping on the couch. I'm not going to drive home. And I'm starting to feel stuffy and strange throughout the evening. And I was kind of just it's probably just also because I'm drinking. I'll be fine tomorrow. I wake up violently ill. But he's checking in on me. Can I get you anything? He made me breakfast. He made me a yogurt bowl. And this, you're so pretty for that. I need you to zoom in on that when you edit that. That was beautiful. As I talk about a yogurt bowl that he made me. He was may I make you breakfast? And I was yeah.
Bleak.
When I came home finally in the evening, I see a package on the table.
That's right.
I saw a package that said Posturin, which is the Icelandic post office. And I was like, what is that? So here's the thing. My grandma sent me a package in November.
Mm-hmm.
For the Americans here, y'all know there was a government shutdown. So therefore, everything that has to go through customs gets delayed. This was so delayed that my grandma has sent me another package. Like, she's already sent another one that's on the way. But that was the package that she sent in November, finally arriving. And I had, like, also cried earlier that day saying that I didn't want anything but paprika chips. Guess what was in the box?
Motherfucking paprika chips.
And I bawled my eyes out. I cried so hard. I made a TikTok video from it. If you are not following us on TikTok,
What are you doing?
Our personal accounts too. If you're not following That's My Line on TikTok, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
Lock in.
Also follow our personal accounts.
Yes,
Jenny's is objectively better than mine.
No.
I
just shit post more.
That's what it is.
Yeah. That's what it is.
So why would you say that to me?
That's funny. No, I just went viral once and got a lot of followers.
I have a really funny video that went viral that I have pinned on my TikTok. It's of me diving and I eat shit.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. No.
So if nothing else, follow my TikTok so you can watch a stupid video of me
what's your TikTok?
Shit. What's it?
What is your TikTok?
Oh!
It's the way I said, what's your TikTok? You went. Not your head. What's your TikTok? Yes.
I heard watch her TikTok.
No. What's your TikTok?
I think it's just my name.
Jocelyn Daly?
I think it's just Jocelyn Daly.
All right. Well, mine's Jenny Worldstar.
Right. But my bio is hide your diamonds, hide your exes.
Mine is
a little bit Alexis.
So my Instagram bio is very me. It's from the block.
Mm-hmm.
You know? It's my bit. I go, hi, yeah, I'm Jenny. People go, is that Jenny? I'll say, yeah, from the block.
Mm-hmm.
But my TikTok bio, I believe, is mostly panic, sometimes disco.
Yes. I like.
It's fun.
Yeah, no, my TikTok, because TikTok's more fun. Instagram's I still try to be aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because my Instagram bio is pop another bottle and roll the tape, which is no read. It's a no read lyric.
But of course it is.
And then there's LA, Michigan, NYC, whatever.
I took that out.
But then my TikTok
because I said I'm not a basic ass bitch like some people.
So I'm tri-coastal.
Tri-coastal. You are though.
I am though, because Michigan's on the peninsula.
It is.
Yeah.
What would you say I am?
Bi. So you're just bi. I would say that you're bi-continental.
Bi-continental. I like it, Picasso.
Yeah. Because you're not just bi-coastal.
What a strange search history that I have. Fireplace. I dreamed a dream instrumental. Somewhere that's green karaoke. Die on This Hill karaoke. I don't even remember doing a karaoke of Die on This Hill.
It's giving did you ever do the thing as a kid where it's your mom goes to the grocery store so
and
it's
you turn on Jar of Hearts?
No, it's I have 30 minutes to belt my face off really bad before my mom gets home.
Did you not do Jar of Hearts specifically?
Yes, but just as a concept.
Always. There are videos of me. I recorded it. No experience I've ever had is original because also everyone did that. Your mom goes to the store and you have to check and see if you are an international superstar.
Well, yes. And I would always do the videos that were what you own from Rent, you sing Mark. And I had that down.
Of course.
If that video had no fans, I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be an international superstar real quick while your mom's at the grocery store and then she's pulling in the driveway and then you have to act like nothing happened. Yeah.
What were we even talking about before?
I don't know. This is a chaotic episode.
I swear
we had a plan. So, speaking of tech.
Yes,
us 30 minutes ago. Speaking of tech.
Right.
What is a crazy job that you've worked? Me as if I don't know the answer.
The first job I ever got here in Los Angeles, my very, very good friend and close friend Carson told me about an audition for have we talked about Carson on this podcast before?
I don't know.
Carson, shout out Carson. He'll be a guest someday. You guys will love him. He's our Pookie. We love him very much. He's very diva.
Yes.
So silly. He told me about an audition. He was like, hey, there's like, because it's like Halloween season's coming up. This is what, like middle of August. So like we're about to audition, like if you want to like Halloween seasons at like theme parks and like haunted houses, all that jazz. And he told me about a specific one that I was like, you know what, let's do it. And he was like, it'd be so fun. Like we'll just be scare actors. We'll be scaring people. Like it'll be so great. We both apply. I only get an audition, which is weird because this isn't like let me just like disclaimer, this is not Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. Like this is a very small little thing. And then when I showed up, they like it very much looked like it wasn't like only people that had gotten an email to show up were there. They were like, oh, like are you just like signing in? And I was like, but I already signed in online. And they were like, okay, you got an email. So I was like, hey, so my friend auditioned or like applied. Do you think he could still come? And they were like, yeah. So I called him and I was like, wake the fuck up. And I drove him to the audition like after I'd finished. The audition was strange. So this was for a scare actor position in like a haunted house. It's like it was like a theme park. So like there's all sorts of places to be in. And that was the strangest audition I've ever done in my life. And there was a lot of questions of like, have you guys been scare actors before? Scare acting is not acting. No, it's not. Anyway, so the audition was strange. It was a lot of like, you know, I can't really describe it. It was just weird. So I get the job. I showed up to the training. So Carson wasn't able to show up to the training because that was during his like tech. And he was about to graduate at the time. So he couldn't make it. I just like showed up, didn't really know anybody. It's like in a forest. There's a lot of hay. Like it's just like very dusty and like this is a very easily flammable place.
Yes.
And I have raging pollen allergies for all sorts of hay and all that jazz. So like hay fever in September and October is crazy. They were walking us around, showing us like safety stuff, yada yada. And immediately I was like, there are interesting people here. I mean, like I'm not judging. I'm just like my people aren't here.
Right.
You know, I get like placed in a group and I get placed like exactly like where like I get to know where I'm about to be. And then like we go do the costume fitting the next day. I had like met a couple of people there. And one thing I noticed like after the first night was that there were like a few people in my group, specifically one person, I don't know their name, acting as if they were getting paid more than me and managing us. And I'm like, hey, so there literally is like a team leader here, like team manager here. So I'm gonna listen to her.
Yeah.
But like when we're in a group and it's just like, okay, guys, like just remember like tomorrow, vocal warm up. You have to take your breaks, take a breather, drink water. And I was just like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yeah.
Okay, if there's one thing I absolutely cannot stand in any form of job, if you are not actually superior to me, you do not tell me what to do. Anyway, next day comes. I had met this one girl, loved her. Like she was really great, very fun. We do the costume fitting. My character was called Inbred Kid Lulu. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
Yeah. I don't think I told anybody that.
Okay.
Yeah. Inbred Kid Lulu was my character's name. I'm being so dead serious. Like that was the name. And I was like, oh great. I had this like big mask in front of my face. And it was like that silicone, like you know the smell I'm talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
And I had to have that on my face the whole time. But like, okay, as we're in line for the costume fitting, there's a man that comes up to me and he's like, his energy just radiated uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like if there's one thing that young women will understand, and like you will stand by me when I say this, you know when a man has a strange motive. For the purpose of this story, you need to know that this man is Latino, but also the fact that he's born and raised in California.
Okay.
So his nationality is American. He is an American citizen, but his ethnicity is Latino.
Okay.
He comes up to me, way too much in my personal space. Very big man, like in his 50s, mind you, too.
Oh.
Of course. And he comes up to me and he's like, I want to stand next to you. I said, huh? And he's just like, yeah, I'm safe if I stand next to you. And I was like, did I not tell you this?
No.
Oh my God. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Just like, I don't know anybody here. This is weird. And he's just like, if I stand next to you, ICE won't get me. Here's the thing, guys. I'm an immigrant. I turned to him and I said, I can't help you there. I'm an immigrant too. And he went, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. And he goes like, where are you from? And I'm like, Iceland. He's like, oh my God. Like, so immediately he does the whole bit of like, oh my God, I want to go to Iceland, blah, blah, blah. Like the thing everyone does, which is like endearing most of the time. But in that sense, I was like, go away. But I was like, where are you from? And he was like, oh, I'm born and raised in California. And I was like,
oh my God, I already forgot about that part.
So I'm safe next to you? I don't know what this means. Like, what the fuck? Why would you say that?
That's so insensitive.
It's so insensitive, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, with the state of, especially California right now. And turned around. And then, like, he kept trying to, like, throughout the evening, he kept coming up to me and talking about Iceland and, like, wanting to know what kind of food we eat in Iceland. Oh, you have a lot of snow? I want to see snow. And I was like, great. You can also go to other states here if you want to go to see snow. You can go upstate California, like
anywhere.
Anyway, he's like, we don't get any snow here. And I was like, babe, I don't feel bad for you. Go away. Leave me alone.
Ew.
And then I remember he told me that he was like 56. And I was like, go away. I had to miss the next couple of days that were essentially rehearsal and like opening night. So essentially I just joined immediately on night 2. I remember meeting the girl in the parking lot and she was like, hey. And I was like, hey, how was it last night? And she just goes, shit show. And I was like, okay. Because like the thing is, my body was feeling weird about this job throughout the day. I was at my other job as a social media manager at Thor's Skier at the time.
Yes.
And I had even spoken to my manager. I was like, I might not stay at this job. I'm having a weird feeling in my stomach. Yes. It just doesn't feel right. I'm just going to let you know. And he was like, whatever you need, babe. I was like, I have a stomach feeling that this isn't for me. And I was like, how are you feeling? And she was like, I'm debating. Like, I feel like next week, I don't want to kill myself.
Right.
I'm going to continue. But if I do still want to kill myself, I'm going to go home and not do this. And I was like, great. So my stomach feeling wasn't changing, like, at all.
That didn't help.
And I show up, I put on my costume, they did my makeup. I'm immediately also like, there's fog machines, there's hay everywhere. I'm just like, this is not going to be good. Like, I just know. And like, I had ate a lot before this shift. I was prepped and ready. I was doing jump scares, which was nice that I could just like come out and like retreat. But what I wasn't told was that I would be placed in a part of the haunted house where there's strobe lights the whole time. The music that was there, it was like the loudest. I was right by the speaker.
Yeah.
And it was no music really. It was just the sounds of pots and pans, like cling, clong, cling, like banging together.
Yeah.
For 5 hours.
You're done.
I wasn't told that there was an option of earplugs. And like an hour in, my manager, like they regularly come and walk through to like check on everybody. And like an hour in, she comes in and like hands me earplugs. And I was like, fuck, thank God. And I get my first break. So I get like 15 minutes. Somebody like breaks me. I go to the tent and I'm just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because I'm just in pain. My feet are hurting. Everything's hurting. I wasn't even screaming. Like, I realized that the most fun and like best jump scares were just like slowly coming out and like just grabbing like people. Like putting my hand, because you couldn't touch people, but like I could put my hand like right before their shoes and they would like freak the fuck out. So I was like, I would have been great at this job if it hadn't been the death of me. I take my first break and I'm like so ready to just like dial out everything. So I'm like, my ears are ringing, my head is banging. Thankfully there were like Funyuns and you know, I fuck up a good bag of Funyuns. And like Gatorade, and I like stuffed my face with that, and I'm sitting there like trying to just like take I think it was 10 minutes. But no, I had the chattiest people in my like work group, and everybody's just like, oh my god, great work, guys. Like, oh, I'm just like, I love the energy. I feed off of their screams, and I'm just like, ew, I'm not this person. Like, so much respect to these people that can do this job. Yeah. And like, if you really enjoy this job, love that for you. Do it. I can't.
Yeah, so I don't have to.
Exactly. And I was just like, and they just wanted to keep chatting with me, and I'm just like trying to like get rid of this headache, and then like my 10 minutes are up, and I'm like, I have to go back and do this for more hours. I go back, and I'm like, I feel a little bit better because I got a break, but I still had like another hour, or if it wasn't 2, before my 30-minute break. Thankfully, right before my 30-minute, I had to like break somebody else for 30, so I was able to be in a different part of the house that was more quiet. Essentially, it was like the first part of the house, so I'm not really scaring people. I did have fun with that part because I was like people are right about, like, they're almost coming in and they're already scared because they're like, what's gonna be there? And then if I just stand there and randomly go hi, you know, they're terrified, or there's like randomly come from the corner. You don't need much to jump scare people.
No.
And it's especially like people that are like already nerve-wracked. Is that you? Yeah, me too, babe. This year we should go to a haunted house. Why not? Will you punch a bitch? Love. Don't do that.
No, I get so scared though. And it's so funny is I know Cole is listening to this episode and he's probably laughing because he took me to Scary Farm.
Not Scary Farm? Yes, oh my god.
He took me to Scary Farm in 2024 when I first moved here, and I literally we got in the car after and I was like, that was so much fun. I'm never going again. I was like, thank you so much for bringing me. We're not doing this again. And he tried to get me to go again this year, and I was like, fuck no.
Okay, so I'm not gonna bother.
Don't even try.
No, I'm okay. Like I
will fully admit, like, I am such a baby.
Oh my god.
Like, I can't do it.
That's so funny. I wouldn't think that of you.
Right.
Because you're like so badass as a person. Like, I know that like it's funny to use the word badass to actually like describe you, but like you're so tough and you're just so like, I fear if I would ever cross you, you would knock me the fuck out.
Probably.
Like, I'm not scared of you. And like, I probably would do the same to you if you did something to me. I'd just like clock you real quick, like hold my rings. I don't have any, but you do. But like,
why do you think I wear them?
Hold my rings, turn around so you can get plausible deniability. Anyway,
but like, no, I am such a baby.
That's like, funny.
I can't watch scary movies.
There are so many people like that, and it's so funny. Like people were like coming in already like clutching their pearls.
Yes.
And then I had these like tween boys. So funny. Like I also sometimes got like girly pops that were just like, hey, and I'd just be like, hey. Right. Mind you, I'm playing a baby. So I was like playing it just like, I was kind of just feeding off of what people were giving me. Like, hey, like what energy are you giving? You know, very much like I was kind of just like, hey, welcome, like go that way. That was my bit at that part. There were like girls that were like, oh, I love your outfit. And I was like, thank you. I love yours. You know, I was like, okay, pop off. Right. You know, like, you know how have you seen those like Disney characters?
Yes.
At the like brunch, like if you go to brunch and like there's like Minnie's coming up to you to hang out. Yes. And she like, have you seen the one that's like, God is good every day? It's so funny.
No, but you know what I saw today was one of a girl on TikTok, and all of her friends were like, it's her birthday, it's her birthday. And then she ran away, and it was to the like, I think I'm gonna die in this house. And she ran away, and on the house you see Goofy like run into the screen slow-mo, like chasing her out of the restaurant. I laughed at that for like 10 minutes.
Oh my god, I loved.
I'll show you when we're done.
I saw another video of one of those where it was like, oh, your outfit 8, and then like Minnie's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just like, there are real people behind these characters.
Absolutely.
And I have so much respect for them. Especially after having been one of those.
I tried, when I went to Scary Farm, I really, really tried to like focus on that because we went to see Sean, because Sean worked in one of the houses. And so I was trying to focus on that. I was like, it's just a bunch of Seans. Like, Sean. Sean's not a murderer that I know of. And I was like, Sean's not a murderer. Like, it's going to be fine. Everything's fine. And then like, sure. Then like, I was so scared. And like at the beginning, Cole was like, in relation to hold my rings, Cole was like, pro tip, like put your hands in your pockets because like you're the type of person to punch someone. Yeah. I was like, oh shit, you're so right. So I walked with my hands in my pockets. And I'm the type of person where like I would rather be in front because I don't like having my back open. Right. So I would make Cole walk behind me, but we'd be like back to front, like I was like as far back, but I was like, I'd rather be first than be last. Right. Right. But like we would walk through and I would like I was like really desperately trying to make myself laugh and it wasn't working. And then I was just like on the verge of tears the whole time. And
I would have had a field day with you.
I know. I was really trying to have a good time. I just wasn't. I was really miserable.
Oh my God. No, my favorite thing was like following people, especially like when I was about to go on my 30-minute break. Yeah, I had to walk through the whole house to like get to the emergency exit where I would then eventually go to my tent. Yes. And I just like with one group, I just kept following them and just slowly looked at them and kept walking. And there was this like grown ass man who was like, "Why are you following us?"
I am no better than a man in that moment. Because, and here's what's so funny is I'm like, it's just you going to take your break. Like as an actor, I should be aware of that. Yeah. But my like fight or flight just activates and I'm like, I'm going to die.
That's so
like,
funny.
I think I'm going to die in this house. And like, there was one time, so we went through Sean's house like a bunch of times. Right. So by the end, I knew what was coming in the house. Yeah. So I wasn't as scared. I knew where Sean was because he was near the end of the house. I don't remember what time it was that we went through. But then like this bitch like chased me out the house.
Oh no.
Like through the like fucking like concrete like structure that's like, we're like fully outside of the house now. Like we're just like loose leaf like in Scary Farm. And he's just like chasing me. And it's Sean. It's one of my friends. And I'm like screaming. And I was like, no. And I'm like fully aware that that's one of my friends, but I'm just so scared.
That's so funny.
I'm such a baby.
That's so funny because so there's one thing that my school did in 8th through 10th grade. We did like a haunted house every year at Halloween. Like we turned the school into a haunted house for one evening. Yeah. And it was the most fun like thing that we did. So there was like an option of an elective course that was just like the social life of the school.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like we would plan that and like everybody that was like taking that course, like it was literally you got a grade for this. And it was to get an A, you just had to fucking participate. Right. And I'm like, I was on the student council and like I was on top of the fucking world. In 8th through 10th and like ended up in 10th grade I was student body fucking president. So I always took that course and it was so fun. And like that course puts up the haunted house. All 3 years I was like a leader, so like I led the group through the house. Okay. Which was so fun. Yeah. But here's the thing, I remember when I was in 8th grade I was a participant and like I was about to go through the house. Okay. And I got like pulled into one of the parts, like there's always a theme. So like, is it like a psychotic, like mental hospital? Is it clowns? Whatnot? And you're okay. You're in my house. It's fine.
I know, but
there are no clowns here.
I have a clown story to tell you when we're done.
Oh, please. I love. Yeah. And I get pulled into a bathroom. Because here's the thing, like there are no rules with this haunted house because it's a school. Like, kids just want to fuck with you. Right. So I get pulled into a room and like me in like 7th or 8th grade, like I'm essentially a freshman because it's like a 4-year part of your education. So it's like high school vibe. Yeah. But I'm like a freshman. There's like my brother's friends are there. I didn't know that they had expected me to struggle and that they were expecting me to just leave the bathroom. So my group left, kept going through the house. I'm just like in the bathroom, like, I don't know what to do now. Because it's also like an amateur haunted house. It's just students. So they closed the door, and then I'm sitting there and just like, and these two girls like that I know today and like would happily say hi to and give them a hug because they're like, we're just like hometown buddies. They just like started screaming in my face. And then like they opened the door and like sent me out, and like everybody else is on break. Like all the performances, like they're all on break. Yeah. So they were all like, the fuck is she doing here? So they turned it on again, and we're just like, you know?
Right.
And I had to like go through the rest of the house by myself.
Oh,
like I was just halfway through. And it was so funny because I kept like just like walking alone. And then like, I mean, it was really fucking scary. It was like a great job they did that year. Yeah. And then I get back and everybody was like, what the fuck happened to you? And I was like, why did y'all leave me?
Right.
Why was I pulled in there and nobody told me I was supposed to leave by myself? Like it was so weird. But that haunted house was so fun. Like it was always so fun to do that. That's also why I was intrigued to work at that park here. Because I was like, hey, I've done this before. Like, it's fun. The park that I worked at this last year, it was just too much. It was too much on my body.
Yeah.
And like I came home with like bruises on my legs because like I fell at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know if somebody stepped on my foot and I just didn't feel it until I came home, like the adrenaline, but like my foot was swollen. I had another knee right here.
Yeah.
After it. And I truly just like, I was in so much pain. Like I have pictures, actually, we'll post that with this episode. Like I can post a picture of me just being miserable.
Yeah.
Because you can see me like, about to go work. I think I have a picture like before, and then you can just see me like, I am dead inside.
Yes.
I fear, I actually, like if I had even tried to do one more shift, I would have had a psychotic break. Like it was that much, because also like being in the strobe lights was just too much. And I'm like, I'm not, like I don't have epilepsy or anything, but it was too much.
Yeah.
Like why would you ever place somebody in the strobe lights? At the end of the night, my friend came up to me and was like, how you doing? And I looked at her and I said, I'm not returning. I'm going away and I'm never coming back here.
Yeah.
And she was just like, okay, valid. And then like our manager was like, hey, so there's like a safety briefing that we're going to have. And I was like, is that an every night thing? And she was like, no, just something came up tonight. And I was like, I go to the safety briefing. I see one of my coworkers with bandage, like all over, like around his head. Fire safety specifically, also like the safety captain, he was like, hey guys, so we're just like gonna like briefly go through like safety measures that we're gonna do again, just because something came up tonight. A performer was attacked. I said, excuse me? And he said, yeah, I come to find out just from talking to people, somebody did throw a punch. Not just a punch. A grown-ass man took this tiny, like, of course it was a man. A white man! No! Apparently, a grown-ass man had got, like, there was a jump scare, and, like, this was the, like, tiniest little twink guy that comes out, scares him. This grown-ass man punches him, takes him, and then yanks him into the wall, so he had, like, a large cut above his forehead, because it was the haunted house was a tree house. You know, it was like all wood. So he just like, he really like cut.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I was like, hey, so is like the company gonna like pay? Because like, aren't they liable? Apparently, somewhere in the fine print of the like 17,000 pages that they were making us read was the part where this was a non-union job.
Of course.
We are not like responsible for anything. So this poor guy had to like take care of, like, I'm hoping he has good insurance, you know, but he had to go to urgent care all by himself.
Yeah.
Sold it for me was the fact that the safety like manager, he was like, okay, so like guys, if you see somebody like gonna charge at you or they're like about to throw a punch or something, try to avoid it.
Right.
Oh, damn. I wish I would have thought of that. damn, I wish I would have thought of that. You know, like when I get attacked, I'm always mad at myself because I didn't prevent it. And then he was like, the most important part, guys, is that you identify this person because this person got away. The only thing that we know about this is that it was a man. Why were there no cameras?
Because it's non-union.
Exactly. And I stood there and I went, I want to run. I want to run away. I am not going anywhere. I was like, I am not coming anywhere near this place again.
Yeah.
And then like we all go back and I'm like with my friend and she's just like, are you sure you're quitting? And I was like, babe, I'm never coming back. I'm not even coming back as a guest. Performance manager, like the guy who's like over everything, he was friends with this girl. So like they're chatting, like having a grand old time like at the end. And I'm just like, I wanted to walk to my car, but it's like in the middle of the fucking woods. So I'm not walking alone. So I'm waiting for her and they're like chatting. And then he like turns to me and he's like, hi, friend. That was a passive aggressive energy that I got from him because he was just like, hey, friend, I wish you were here more often.
Oh.
And I was like, yeah, sorry, I had another job.
But the gag is you wasn't there.
Exactly. And he was just like, yeah, but she's like, you just be here. We want you here. And all I wanted to do was say my name. Do you know my fucking name?
Yeah.
You don't know who I am. I get to my car immediately because I was like, I didn't want to quit in person.
In real.
I was like, whip out the phone, typed out, hi, I cannot do this job.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. It is too much on my physical and mental health. I will not be able to do this. Best of luck. And then like I got an email saying like, oh no, so sad to see you go. Would you like to work in like concession stands or whatnot? We still need people there. And I was like, no, thank you.
No.
And then I came home and I just cried.
Yeah. Can I?
What about you?
Can I tell you my clown story?
Yes, tell me about your clown story.
And then tell you about my favorite job. Okay, so my brief clown story, because I don't think I've ever told you this. So, do you know? I'm also curious, just as like an Icelander. Do you know about the serial clown spree of 2016?
Oh, the killer clowns?
Yes.
Yeah, they came to Iceland.
Okay, great.
Which essentially means that like two guys in Iceland just decided, hey, let's bring this here.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, great.
I was so scared of them.
So glad I don't have to explain what the fuck that was to you, because I had to explain it to someone the other day and they were like, excuse me? And I was like, oh, this is a normal thing. So I really hope like people from Michigan are listening to this, specifically like Detroit, because this is funny. So they were really bad in Detroit. Like, because Detroit, like, they already like to stab each other. So then they just put on clown masks and do it, like, say less. So it was really fucking bad.
Let me like just like, because here's the thing, like in Iceland they didn't kill anybody.
Oh,
because like they were just trying to scare people. I am understanding correctly that they actually killed people here in the United States.
Yes,
that is why I was scared of them. Because also here's the thing, like I remember that whole thing, and I remember being like killer clowns, you know. Yeah. And then I saw on like somebody's Snapchat, like in this like random ass town called Hafnarfjörður. Somebody posted like just like two clowns walking down the street, and I was like, they're here. I mean, in Iceland we don't really kill each other that much.
So that would be nice.
It's very nice.
That would be nice.
Like it's shocking when there's more than 2 murders a year. The average murder rate is 1 a year in Iceland. Continue.
So when it was really bad, it was 2016. I was in 8th grade.
Right.
At the time, I was in a wheelchair.
Of course you were. Why?
I was like, I don't think you know I was like about my wheelchair face. Okay, I'm locked in. So I was in a wheelchair because I tore the ligaments in my ankle.
Of course you did.
From around the bone, on top of the foot, around the bone, and then all the way up my leg.
Ew!
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you. So when I hurt my foot, it was like pointed and like turned in, right?
Ow!
So when they put the cast on, they like straightened it out.
Ow!
But then I was like in excruciating pain that they couldn't flex it like you would to put it in a cast. So my foot was pointed in a cast, which to this day is why my left point is better than my right point. But
you were stretching for weeks.
She was stretching. She had no ligaments, but she was stretching. So my foot was like pointed. And so I couldn't have like a weight bearing cast.
Right.
And so like I was on crutches, but like it was for so long.
American crutches also are awful.
Yes, they suck. And so
I don't know why you guys do this to your armpits.
Girl, I don't fucking know either, but I don't have another choice.
Right.
And so I'm like on crutches, but I was on crutches for like, it was 6 to 8 weeks, which is like a really long time to be on crutches. Usually it's like, oh, you're on crutches for 2 weeks, but your cast is weight bearing, and then you start to put weight on it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, so I had to be on crutches for like 2 months. And I'm in middle school, and I had like the worst schedule where it was like I was going from opposite ends of the building, and I was like consistently being late to my classes.
Mm-hmm.
And then at one point I was like being bullied. Sorry, that was funny. I was like,
sorry, I'm also not actively listening because I just went,
popcorn.
You know what? Yeah, right.
So
because that's so normal.
Well, yeah. And so I was like being bullied, but like not like by people that I like knew. I was just being bullied because I was on crutches. And so people would kick out my crutches from under me, like in the hallway. And
that's insane work.
Yeah. So I keep falling on my ankle. And so like my mom like drives her ass up to the school like multiple times and is like, what the fuck are we going to do about this? So the solution was put me in a wheelchair. Why we thought I would get bullied less, I don't fucking know. So I'm in a wheelchair for 2 months.
Right.
I was in a wheelchair for 2 months until like I could take my cast off. And then I was in a boot for like another 2 months. But point is, the serial fucking clown killers decided to get really fucking spicy while I'm in a fucking wheelchair. And it was my middle school, and then there's a Target across the street. And next to the Target, there's a Walmart. And that Walmart is notorious for having shootings.
Oh, no.
And, like, stabbings and just all that jazz.
We grew up vastly different.
We did. But then there's the Target, and then the Walmart, and then across the street is my middle school. We're in middle school. I was in 3rd period, and I'm in a wheelchair. And I was making a presentation about rocks because it was like science class or whatever. And we go into lockdown because it was like, there's been a stabbing. And we were like, Walmart.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then it was like, no, Target, killer clowns, stabbed 3 people. So, and the best part is there's also... the other side of the street is an urgent care. So the people, like as a side note, the people ended up walking across the street to the urgent care before the ambulance got there.
The people that got stabbed?
They all lived. They're all fine.
Hey,
it was non-fatal stabbings.
Detroit, like
badasses. But yeah, so we go into lockdown because of the killer clowns. And I was like, guys, if we have to run, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Because there was like a 50-50 chance it was going to be like run. Because they stabbed at the Target and then they took off towards the middle school. So that's because we went into lockdown as soon as we heard about the stabbing. And then it was like hard lockdown because it was like they're heading towards the middle school. And it was like there was a genuine like 50-50 shot. Like, are we going to have to run? And I was like, guys, I'm in a wheelchair.
So this isn't an irrational fear.
No, I was.
It's an actual rational fear.
Yes, I was like, guys. Thankfully, we did not have to run. They didn't end up coming. Near
well, you wouldn't have been able to either way.
I would, yeah. And then, like, this is actually really funny. So then, my ex-best friend at the time was like, and maybe this should have like given me a hint as to why we're not friends anymore. But she was like, I mean, it's great because like at least we have a sacrifice.
Whoa!
So we're not friends anymore. I feel I have an actual rational fear of clowns.
That's so funny.
Because I'm like, yes, killer clowns, like 2016, like,
yeah,
we were all there. It was a moment. But like, imagine they're like heading towards your middle school and you're in a wheelchair. And you're like, what do I do? So
you really would have been the sacrifice.
Yeah, she wasn't wrong.
Oh,
she was just a bitch.
Oh, I don't want their sacrifice.
Yeah. That was a not so great time in my life. But speaking of scare actors, speaking of my friends Cole and Sean, speaking of your worst job, my favorite job and only job, if we're going to be so fucking real, right. I work for a nonprofit theater organization called the Young Americans.
Yay!
Shout out. They're based in Southern California, but I grew up doing summer camps with them as a kid in Northern Michigan, and they have a dinner theater. Had a dinner theater.
There's no more dinner theater.
No more dinner theater. It has since closed. That was a crazy email.
It has been closed. It was the greatest dinner theater of all time.
It was the greatest dinner theater of all time. We fucking closed it. Crazy fucking email I got one day. But point is, there was a dinner theater, And I worked there for 3 summers. Similar to like scare acting, like working in a dinner theater is such a specific form of like nonprofit theater.
Yeah.
It takes a soul.
Right.
Like, and I loved it because here's the thing. It's literally like exactly what you would picture like theater camp to be like.
Okay.
Like we're all in these like shitty dorms where it's like 2 to a room. You can basically touch both walls like with your hand. Bunk bed, Jack and Jill bathroom.
Jocelyn, what's a Jack and Jill bathroom? We had a question from the audience.
We did have a question from the audience last time I said
Shout
Jack and
out
Jill
my
bathroom.
good childhood friend Either.
Right. So Jack and Jill bathroom is if there's a room and then a bathroom between and then another room. So the 2 rooms like share the bathroom.
Right.
And the only way to get to the bathroom is through one of the rooms.
Yes. So and are you able to lock both doors?
You should.
Right.
You can't.
Not at the YA?
No.
Oh no.
Well, some of them you could, but some of them you couldn't. Ours we couldn't.
Okay.
So we had a little sign that said occupied.
Okay.
That we'd slide into the boys' room when we were in the bathroom. It like very shitty dorms, 2 people to each room, like sharing a bathroom. So like you're a little group of 4 and like you're in the middle of nowhere. There's barely any cell service. Like,
oh, I know.
Jenny gets mad at me because I don't answer my phone when I'm at the dinner theater.
Yeah. This bitch falls off the face of the earth.
Because I'm in my Boyne bubble. We call it the Boyne bubble because 1, there's no fucking cell service. And 2, like it really takes over your life. And it just like becomes your life for like 3 months.
Yeah, but I don't care.
I'm aware. Trust.
Tell me about the dinner theater.
So it's 3 months over the summer. We rehearse. It's this really small theater. It seats 140. When I was growing up, it would seat like 250 plus.
Why?
But it was like absolutely breaking fire codes.
Oh,
like,
right.
It was just way too fucking crowded. So now it would seat 140 on a sold out night. And it's this like really small stage. But like I loved it because like I grew up going there and I never thought I would work there. Like that was never a thought in my mind. And then I didn't know what I was going to do in the break between 2nd and 3rd semester. I emailed them just like as a shot in the dark. Like, can I intern for you? Like, can I do any, work the box office? I was like just trying to do something. And this woman, Susan B. Anthony.
Love.
Her name is not Susan B. Anthony.
Henceforth, she shall be called Susan B. Anthony.
Her name is Susie Johnson, but her full name is Susan B. Anthony Morgan Freeman Johnson.
Obviously.
The other day, Cole sent me a text, me and Christian, and he said, like, he abbreviated Susan B. Anthony Morgan Freeman Johnson. So just like all the, like the first letter, like all capitalized. And I hated how quickly I understood it. Anyway, I love her. I love this woman. Somehow my email got around to her because I had gotten an email back from like the dining room, the food and beverage manager at the time. Yeah. And somehow like my name got to her and she stalked my Instagram and she was like, oh, she's cute. She should be on stage.
Oh, love.
That's like essentially how I got my job. Because I was hired.
So funny.
My really good friend Maria.
Yeah.
She was the dining room manager and I was hired originally to be her assistant, dining room manager. So I wasn't going to perform. I was just going to be involved. And I was like, that's fine. I'll take an internship kind of thing.
Yeah.
Suze was like, she's cute. She should be on stage.
Bro,
That's how I got my job. But yeah, I was in Michael Perelstein's improv class. Right. When I first heard from Suze. She cold called me. And I had been working with like some people from the organization. So I had kind of told Michael, like, hey, if I get calls,
might step out.
I need to step out. Like, I'm trying to get a job.
I was like, Michael Perelstein is the teacher for that. He's
absolutely. He was like, I don't give a fuck. Please leave me alone. And I was like, okay, great. So I like talked to her and she's like, yeah, I just saw your Instagram and like, I loved it. And like, we want you to work for us. And I was like, yeah, like I'm going to be like assistant, dining room manager and stuff. And she's like, no. Like, I want you on stage. Like, you're too pretty to not be on stage.
Love.
And then she freaked out when I met her because she's a very like huggy, warm person, so she treats you like all of us like her kids. Like that's the vibe,
That's not who you are. You're not like a huggy, lovey person.
Well, like with certain people, yes. Like when you get to know me, yes. But like off like the bat, I try to be very.
How long it took for us to hug each other?
Yeah,
it was so funny. We didn't even realize it was right before Christmas. during Christmas 2024, we had been living together for 2 months. We had been friends for over 2 years.
And we never hugged.
We never once hugged.
Yeah.
And then I have a video of us just like, 1, 2, 3,
go! We did. We had a 1, 2, 3, go our hug.
Yeah, now we're good. Now we're chilling. We hug every time we see each other.
Right. Because she gave me a big hug and blah, blah, blah. And we were talking. And so I was telling her about my history with the Young Americans. Then I grew up doing the summer camps and everything. And she knows all the camp kids. So she was like, oh, why don't I know you? And I was like, oh, well, I only did it for 3 years, from 2013 to 2015. And then I stopped. This is 2023. So almost 10 years later.
Whoa.
But we're talking and everything. And she was like, oh, so do you just summer up here? And I'm like, no, babe, I'm not rich enough for that. And I was like, no, but my grandparents live up here. And she was like, oh my God, who are your grandparents? And I told her my grandparents' name. And she was like, Joseph Benowitz is your grandpa? And I was like, yeah, why? Everyone knew them up there, but I was like, yeah, why? She was like, I love him. He works at the bakery. I was like, he does work at the bakery. Oh, she was like, oh my God, wait, that's your grandpa. And I was like, yeah. And it was really cute. So, because my grandparents are were famous up there.
Oh, love.
If we really want to get technical, my first job was me as an infant working in this bakery that my grandpa worked in.
Oh, love.
And then I would get to
You
keep
didn't have
tips.
any job before this?
No, I did.
Oh, this was your first acting job. Okay.
I was
that was the brain that I thought of, and then I was like,
no, I got my first paying job at 15.
Yeah. But it felt out of character.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
No, but my very, very first job is me as an infant working in this bakery. And then as I got older, me and my cousin Kyle would work in the mornings with my grandpa together, and then we'd split the tips.
Right.
But my grandpa would always give me more.
Of course.
He'd sneak cash for me. I don't know if Kyle knows that, but I always got more.
Fuck Kyle.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay to be the favorite. You should see my great grandma with me.
Yeah.
Real quick, tell us about the dinner theater.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Well,
yeah.
I just think working at a dinner theater takes a really special kind of person.
Mm-hmm.
On average, most of the people that come to see the dinner theater are my family that went every year, always go, always support.
Mm-hmm.
You like to see which cast members come back every
Mm-hmm.
year. So it's a family tradition.
Mm-hmm.
But you still do get the people that treat it like any other job in the service industry, where they treat you like they would
shit.
Any other server and treat you like shit. Should also be noted, Harbor Springs, Michigan is a very conservative area.
Mm-mm.
And the Young Americans is a very campy organization. And so it didn't always mesh well with certain patrons, I'll say.
Right.
But so some of my funniest stories are just from audience members. They're so funny. We have fun. I have so many on stage, backstage stories from the dorms, But some of the funniest things happen from the audience members.
What's one that sticks out to you right now?
There was one time where my
Oh, I love when a story starts like this.
Okay. So
I'm sad. Literally have been for an hour.
Right. So my first summer, we sang Ladies Who Lunch, and we would sit on stools, and we had prop wine glasses that had resin in them. So they looked like wine, and we would sing Ladies Who Lunch.
Never heard that song, but sure. I know. Shocking. Sorry.
Are you serious?
Serious. We'll listen to it after this.
Okay. Anyway, so but it's from Company.
No.
Okay, so it's from Company.
Cool. Never seen that.
Okay. I've never seen it, but I know. Okay, so it's from Company.
I love a lunch.
It's literally love a lunch. We were 6 ladies sitting on stools, drinking, and here it's here's to the ladies who lunch is part of the chorus, right? So we sang it because oh my God, I forgot how many layers this story has. Because this 2023 show was 70s themed. So the year before I started, the theme was welcome to the 60s, because we were founded in 1962. So it was a 60s themed show. So then my year was a 70s themed show. The following year was an 80s themed show.
Love.
The following year was not a 90s themed show, it was an America themed show. Don't ask. Okay.
Wasn't gonna.
So it was a 70s themed show. The original concept of the show was just going to be the first act was just going to be Grease, and the second act was just going to be Sondheim. Because like a standard like Young Americans format is you do like pop songs and like pop culture songs and not musical theater in the first act, and then the second act is musical theater. So our director, who has since been fired, was fired in the middle of that summer.
Oh no.
The original show was Grease and Sondheim. Then it turned into 70s musical theater, like ending with a Sondheim section.
Okay.
But we did Ladies Who Lunch, and we are like sitting on these stools, like having our wine glasses, and we're singing, and it was kind of like everyone kind of sang a line, and then we all came and sang together, and it was like a cute little number, right? One of my line, that's my line, she goes, "Does anybody still wear a hat?"
Okay.
And then I'll drink to that. Like that's how it goes, right? Everyone says something and then it's like, I'll drink to that. So I like to like pick out a person like sitting at one of the front tables, usually an old white guy, to be like, does anybody still wear a hat? And there was a guy sitting at table, it would have been table 3 in the front. So like directly in front of my stool, like 15 feet from me, wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Oh no!
And the whole show, backstage people are coming up to me like, please say it to this guy.
Of course.
Like, please.
You can't not.
I know. I was like, does anybody still wear a hat? And then he was just like looking and like laughing because he's like an ignorant white guy.
Of course.
So he's just like laughing it off. And I was like, I'll drink to that. And then he fucking raises his glass. And I was like, no, sir, this is not for you. This is not for you.
Oh, I cannot.
But then,
oh my God.
I was like, oh no, baby. No, we won't be needing that. But yeah, like raises his glass. And I was like, that just shows how perfect you were for me to say that line to you because it completely went over your head.
Yeah.
Ladies Who Lunch ended up getting cut from the show because we got a complaint. Because of the quote, drunk women on stage number from like an old grandma with her 2 grandchildren who came back every year. Like I recognized them every year and I was often their cocktailer. Because we ended up changing the show and Ladies Who Lunch wasn't in the show anymore, but it wasn't just because we changed the show, it was because we got a complaint about like the women being drunk on stage and like that's not appropriate. Like this is supposed to be a family show. And it's like it's Sondheim. But like the number had to be cut.
Brother. Can't have that
funny.
drunk ladies.
Right. Speaking of complaints, this is a perfect like story to end on. We got a complaint this summer. We got a complaint this summer. Just going in theme with this being a very conservative area of Michigan, a very old crowd. Like most of the time, the average age of our audience is like 50 plus.
Okay.
We got a complaint this summer about like a long fucking formal complaint, like to the boss, about the number with the quote, the quote, 2 gay gals. We were doing Wicked.
I'm sorry. What?
We got a complaint about the number with the 2 gay gals spreading their agenda onto the children. We were doing Wicked. Which, like, you're not wrong, but like, no! The Wicked medley went. It started with What Is This Feeling? With like Alphaba and Glinda on stage, and then the What Is This Feeling dancers came in, and then it transitioned into One Short Day, but starting with like Who's the Mage. Then it was like the ending of One Short Day, and then it went into Popular, and then it went into Defying Gravity.
And that's spreading their like 2 gay gals agenda?
The 2 gay gals agenda.
Oh, but of course. And also like last year, like were you not there for the Wicked Fanatics that was last year? Like
right.
The fuck?
I was like,
oh my God.
And it was so funny because when we got this complaint, them being like, yeah, we got a complaint, like, you know, the number with the quote, like 2 gay gals, we did it as like a dramatic reading. And we all sat there like, what number are they talking about? Like, we're like racking our brains being like, what part of the show? And then it was Wicked. And like, we were like, we're not obsessed. Changing it. It was also like maybe 2 weeks before we closed. So it was really late into the summer, but it was just like those kind of stories, like from like sometimes the best stories are from the audience and just like the way they would interact. Because also the way that they treat you, like some of them are great.
Yeah.
And like sometimes we would make great tips because they're like, oh my God, it's so impressive. Like you're singing and you're dancing and blah, blah, blah. But then like I'm like singing on stage and people are like, can I get another? No, I'm a little bit busy at the moment.
Oh my God.
I'm like dancing my face off and they're like shaking their glass at me. And I'm like, no, like, no.
Bro.
And there like are moments sometimes where we would like go through the audience and try to get like the audience to interact with us.
Yeah.
It's dinner theater. It's very interactive.
Yeah.
And like we would bring people on stage and everything. But like there would be summers because I was a cocktail waitress all 3 summers.
Yeah.
So I was very like my whole bit, like when I would introduce myself to the tables because we would like go in teams and you like work with people. And so like Cole and I had like a speech because we were on the same team for 3 years. And I would always be like, you know, if you need drinks, like I'm your girl, and like do a whole speech and like everyone loved it. But that doesn't mean like when I'm singing. Like or when I'm like running through the house, like trying to get you to interact. Like if I'm like trying to get you to sing Dancing Queen, like stop asking me for a bourbon.
Exactly.
Like what do you want from like, I can't be like,
so
yeah, no problem. Run to the bar.
I feel like I've seen a clip of you on your Instagram somewhere where I just remember hearing you go, my name is Jocelyn Daly and I'm from Livonia, Michigan. It's somewhere on there. I don't know
Christian
where.
are gonna get a really big fucking kick out of the fact that you just said that.
Love. Enjoy.
Because they get obsessed with, so for an organization,
a character.
It is a character. For an organization called the Young Americans, you don't have to be from America. It's a very misleading name.
All right, maybe.
And so one of the points that they love to do is like have everyone say where they're from. You know, most people will be like, I'm from California, I'm from New York, I'm from Iceland. But like if you're from Michigan, they want you to say like the actual town that you're from. I'm used to when I'm not in Michigan, I just say I'm from Detroit because it's easier. Because if I say I'm from Livonia, people are like, where's that? Then I say Detroit and they're like, oh, okay. So we'll just skip that whole conversation and I'll just say I'm from Detroit because I'm in Metro Detroit. So it counts. But in Harbor Springs, I can say I'm from Livonia. And people are like, oh my God, like what high school did you go to? Blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So it like just became this like character. They were obsessed with me getting to say that I was from Livonia because I had a speech. I was Speech City in that first summer. I gave so many speeches. That's
probably what I saw somewhere on your Instagram.
Probably. I can guarantee the one you saw was probably from 2024 when I did Jump. I like said I was from Livonia and it like became a big bit. Yeah. And like my director who ended up taking over for the one that got fired, he then directed the next 2. Yeah. And so he was like obsessed with it. So then he made me say it in 2024, which is I think what you're thinking of. And then this past summer I was like, I'm not saying it. And I didn't say it. Like there was no point in the show for me to say it. Yeah. My lips are sealed. I was like, I'll be damned if I have to say that again.
No one may find out you are from Livonia.
No.
Love. All my homies love Livonia.
Oh, my homies don't love Livonia.
We should take a trip there.
No, but okay. We could. You should know. I would love for you to come to Michigan.
I want to come to Michigan.
Yeah, because we can go. Like,
Michigan.
Like we can go to L-Town, Livonia, and like, because that's where we would stay at my house.
L-Town.
But like, I'd love to like take you to Detroit. We can go to Ann Arbor. Like Ann Arbor is really cool, like where University of Michigan is. If we're not worried about you getting stuck at the border, we can go to Canada for the day.
Of course.
Because it's a day trip.
Yeah. And then we can take a straight flight to Iceland from Detroit.
And I can take you up to Harbor Springs where the dinner theater is because it's only 4 hours.
See, that's such an American thing. Only 4 hours. If I drive, I'm halfway across the country in Iceland if I drive 4 hours.
I mean, to be fair, 4 hours, it's like, I mean, Detroit's not at the bottom of Michigan, but it's pretty near the bottom, and Harbor Springs is at the fucking top. Yeah, it's right. Well, no, it's...
bitch, it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, but I want to show you. It's Dale. Harbor Springs is up Dale.
Right. Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I was being so mean to you.
For the audio listeners, we just did the Michigan hand thing.
Yes.
Moral of the story, I think, is acting's crazy. It's not a real job.
It really
and sometimes
isn't.
you're asked to do really fucking crazy things and you do it. But sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. So true.
Uh-huh.
You do a lot of odd jobs and
but that's what I love.
You're learning to pay your dues.
Yeah.
Because it's also like
doing community and nonprofit theater really fucking builds character.
Unpaid production of Annie.
An unpaid production of Annie.
Yes.
That's literally what the dinner theater feels like, except like we're getting paid. But like it feels like an unpaid production of Annie. Yes. But like you can tell when you meet someone if they've done like nonprofit work before. Yeah. You've never had to deal with community theater and it shows. And it's always the best people come from having to do like community theater and nonprofit theater and like really fucking low budget productions. Because it builds character.
Mm-hmm. Time for game.
Time for game. From the Young Americans. That's from 2023 vocal stim. I passed that on to Jenny when we lived together.
You did.
We're gonna try something new today.
Yeah.
Usually we try to give each other lines that we like are pretty sure the other person is gonna guess. But today we're gonna give each other lines that we know we haven't said to the other person before, and then tell them the story behind it to like try to give each other new bits. Who said it? You're not gonna know.
Whose line is it?
Whose line is it? Who's gonna get it wet so I can eat it and shred it?
What?
The direct quote is, who's gonna get it wet so I can eat it and shred it?
Cole.
No, but like in the right theme. So,
who said it? Tell me about this.
Miss Susan B. Anthony Morgan Freeman Johnson. If there is one thing this woman loves to do, it's voice to text. But she doesn't check her voice to text before she sends them.
Oh no.
So we have like a running list of like texts that we've gotten from Suze, and Suze loves a group chat, but we have a running list of like Suzeisms of like things we've gotten in voice text that like make no sense.
Suzeisms.
And one of them was, who's gonna get it wet so I can eat it and shred it? And we were like, what? The context was, in 2024, we did Thriller as our Act 1 closer. And so Suze like shredded all the costumes and like rubbed them in the dirt in her yard. So then there was dirt all over the stage. It was like really toxic costumes. There's like fertilizer. But one of her voice to text was, who's gonna get it wet so I can eat it and shred it? We don't even know what she meant, but it was about the
we still don't know?
No. But it was,
I was waiting for you to tell me what she was going to say.
No idea. The context was like about the Thriller costumes. So like shred it made sense, and even like get it wet made sense.
But like eat it?
Eat it?
Insane. Okay, I have a line.
Okay, great.
I know every single one of y'all have innie vaginas, because if you had outie vaginas,
it's also giving like The Roommate. But like, I know.
Oh my God, you're so good. It was our roommate, but not the roommate.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this person.
Probably not. Was it one of your Greenwich roommates?
Yes.
I don't know them.
Okay, so out of respect, I'm not gonna name like their names. In Greenwich, we lived in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah,
5 girls and 1 boy.
Mm-hmm.
And like
a man,
a white man.
There was a man.
There was a man.
I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No, I know nothing about your Greenwich. Like, we were no contact.
Right.
Okay. So
yeah. A white man. A white gay man. Love him. This is like maybe a week into all of us living together. Like a few of them had been living there. Like 2 of us moved in for that last semester. We're all just like hanging out, bonding, whatnot, you know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, he was talking about how like he's like seen pretty much all of us naked. And I was like, you haven't seen me. And he's just like, I know all of you guys have innie vaginas, because like if y'all had outie vaginas, and I was like, I didn't know how to feel. I was really just like, I don't care. What? What? Why are we? You are a gay man. So I pulled up my phone and I wrote it down.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's what one does. Love a little quote book. And it's all like by semester. So this one's in my 4th semester. This turned into quite the episode.
This is a crazy episode.
This has been all over the place.
We had like a tiny plan going into it.
Yeah.
And it just went like off the rails.
We really did. Just edit it however you want, babe.
Well, yes.
Exactly. Wonderful hanging with you, babe.
Yes.
Get the fuck out of my house.
That's really funny considering I'm moving in here in like a week.
Yes, we're about to be a married couple. By the time this episode comes out, we will have been a married couple for a couple of weeks.
Oh my God, we will.
Yeah. This has been That's My Line.
With Jen and Josh. Are you ready to do the gay gals riff? Ready.